So hi everyone, I'm just presenting on behalf of the oncology work group today. And for those of you who know, and for those of you who don't know, we got together a few years back around 2016 with one mission. We wanted to do observational research in cancer. And we got together to be able to provide this foundation that can support data representation for oncology at the level of the granularity that's needed for that work. So the work group is technically three different subgroups working together in close collaboration. One of them is the vocabulary and development work group, focusing on the vocabulary need and the ETL mapping of the data. The genomics work group specifically and solely focused on providing genomic representation that's needed for oncology. We're talking about somatics mutations and variation. And finally, we have an outpatient research work group that supports all the activities that in terms of generating new collaboration and also new research activities. Next slide, please. So in 2022, we've done quite a bit of work in terms of vocabulary and development. We finalized the presentation mapping of specific cancer modifiers, generally those that are prioritized to be important for cancer research, metastasis, stage, grade, and dimension. For genomic, we did an update of the genomic vocabulary and added new source vocabularies, including cosmic. We also developed a tool called KAIS. KAIS is a tool that supports ETL and mapping of the source data to the genomic vocabulary. That's currently in beta version or under testing. And within the outreach and research work group, we first did a 360 review of what has been done, what are some of the limitations, and how should we use that to reprioritize our efforts so that we ensure that we support oncology phenotype development and all the ongoing study. We also initiated a couple of new studies and research collaboration. So our plan in 2023 is to be very focused and make sure that we're as effective as possible to be able to release a stable version of the oncology module that is ready for implementation, and also create an opportunity for broader engagement and collaboration of all the data partners, collaborators, and researchers. That means stabilizing the vocabulary, fixing the genomic vocabulary, and keep updating it, running studies, and develop and finalize the onboarding online. For those of you who are in the oncology work group, and some of you might have seen that the forum have already posted that we've done some changes to the work structure of the work group to be able to support that. Some of them are real-time documentation of the ETL convention and best practices, creating a discussion page so that everyone can actually chime in on the decisions on all the issues, ongoing issues. So, and then so we can actually get more inputs from the community to make decisions about the oncology. And also in terms of the prioritization of the work, we're going with a use case driven approach, looking at the ongoing studies, the study needs, and focusing our effort to be able to address those specific needs first, and then move on to what's next. So I'm gonna quickly go over our OKRs. We decided to develop OKRs quarterly that will allow us to have a sort of review of what's been done at the end of each quarter, see how we can actually help each work group to actually move forward. With the vocabulary and development work group, we aim to improve and finalize the ETL from registry data to OMAP. Some of the key results are here, but generally finishing the vocabulary mapping of the prioritized NACER modifier, and improve and publish the ETL packet, having a stable release, updating NACER ETL, and publishing regularly updated documentations. In the genomic work, we wanted to continue validation of the current version of genomic vocabulary and the model. That means in looking at the completeness of what we have so far, using data that's coming from commercial plans, and also FDA list to approve targets and cap data items. Also publish the list of those somatic variants in FDA and cap, so everyone can know what's there and they can use it for their own research. Improve the KAIS functionality. We're currently collecting feedback on the performance from at least 4 sites so that we can use them, reprioritize, and see how we can actually improve it. And finally, draft the first version of the genomic vocabulary documentation. Finally, in our research and outreach, we want to continue with the dissemination and adoption of the module, finalize the outline for the oncology module on ramp, and also supporting our data partners and investigators in the application of the module for the research, We have a couple of ongoing research at different stage, pushing them forward in terms of developing the analytic package, protocol, onboarding the data partners, and also finally collaborate with the phenotype development group on coming up with outlines for best practices when it comes specifically to oncology-related phenotypes. So I just want to again use this as an opportunity to invite you all to join us. If you have a study, if you have data for domain modelers, ETLers, methodologies, we need your help and we would like to have you learn from you and work together. Thanks so much.